All right. What is up, everybody?
Yes!
We are live from the basement of the Gillioz.
The Gillioz, the historic Gillioz Theatre.
Yes.
For episode 3
of Dave and Jason
versus. Okay, so we've got stuff for later.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that part. How you been?
I've been good.
Had a good week?
Yeah.
It's been a week since I've seen you.
It's been a busy week.
It
It has been busy.
It's been a busy day for me. I've just been going all day.
Oh, yeah? I don't doubt it. You're a busy man.
I'm a busy man today. Not all the time, but today. So we're going against the 80's today.
Yes, we are.
You've got some things planned.
I've
got some things planned.
Yes. And so, first, let's just kick it off with, of course, we can just go ahead and just dive into movies of the 80's.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot to cover in the 80's, so I know we're going to miss probably some what people feel are important things, but we can only do so much in so much time because the Mystery Hour goes live soon.
That's right. We are broadcasting live from the basement of the Gillioz before the Mystery Hour goes on, which is the show that both of us help out with.
Yep.
So, and if we missed something that you love, Dave and Jason versus at gmail.com. Dave and Jason versus at gmail.com.
Yep.
I'm going to bring that Gmail up right now so I can see if there's been any correspondences.
Yes, and I'm also going to bring up our page here and make sure that people know that we're live there as well.
Right.
It'll take me there. All right.
We've got an email from Preston, my buddy from Florida, longtime supporter, and he wants to know when we're going to get a call-in segment.
Oh.
And I honestly, it's up to this guy knows more about that stuff than I do, so I'm going to throw that to you.
That's something that we can definitely look at. I don't have a problem with it at all, actually. If somebody wants to call in, I have no problem with it. Probably the easiest way would just to have them call us here and put on speakerphone.
Okay.
I don't know if we have I'd have to check out and see what technical stuff we could do, but that would be the easiest way. So it is possible.
Okay. So stay tuned. Should be coming soon.
Yes.
That's exciting.
It is. Pasting this here so people on our
Facebook. We also have a Twitter.
Yes.
Dave and Jason versus.
Yeah.
And when we say versus, we say VS.
Yes.
That's what we mean. Being backstage at the Gillioz before the Mystery Hour starts, you never know who is going to come in. Maybe nobody, because we're here pretty early. Kind of early.
Kind of early. You never know what's going to happen. It is true.
Nobody might show up, but who knows might show up.
Yes. Very true. All right.
Cool.
Okay, let's get started here. What is one of your favorite movies from the 80's?
Back to the Future.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong.
That's one of the first ones.
Back to the Future. You can't go wrong without that.
The Breakfast Club.
Breakfast. Oh, classic.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Don't you forget about me.
Yeah.
What about you?
I have a list.
You've got a list over there.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It's a good one.
Can't go wrong without Indiana Jones.
That movie is set in the 40s.
Well, I know,
so
but it was made in the 80s.
Right, but I never associate it as an 80s movie. I never do.
Well, they did their job.
That's exactly right.
So, let me send this off here. And then I've also got...
Tell that guy to come down here and be on the show.
Oh, I know, right? Let me see here. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with all my notes.
He's got 1,000,001 things going on. He's the real brains. I just show up and goof around. What is it?
I was looking for my 80s notes went away. That's not good.
Bear with us, folks.
Oh, well. We'll just keep going.
I can't. You just had them up.
I just did, and they just went away. I don't understand what happened.
All right. So we're getting his boss, kind of.
He might show up. I don't know yet.
We're gonna try and get him down here.
But we're trying to see.
It would be great if we could get special guest star Mystery Jeff Houghton on the show.
Yes, it would.
My boss.
Let's see here. It says no viewers yet, but that's okay.
That's okay.
This keeps on refreshing, but it says we're live.
It says we're live. I wonder if it'll show up on the Ustream.
Oh, true. Let's check that out.
I can check that right now.
Let's do that. And I'll see if I can find my
I've only got 10% life left, but you know what? It's worth it.
Not him personally, his phone.
My phone. My phone.
There they are. Empire Strikes Back.
See, again, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I don't associate it as an 80s movie. That's just me, though. A valid point, though.
Well, yeah, and it's my favorite Star Wars movie. So it's just
Which one?
Empire Strikes
Empire.
Back.
Yeah, I have a shirt that says
Yeah.
I prefer episode 5.
There you go. There you go.
So
then of course there's Return of the Jedi. So we're just gonna get all the Star Wars stuff out of the way.
Right.
I know one of your favorites, Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters 1 and 2.
Yep, can't go wrong with Ghostbusters, and they're awesome. It was. I guess it started in the '90s, so we won't cover it. But they're real Ghostbusters cartoon.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it started in the '80s, so yeah. Anyway, Escape from New York.
Oh, you like that?
I love John Carpenter.
John Carpenter. He's a big John Carpenter fan.
Big Trouble in Little China as well. This is the shirt from Redbubble.
This is not from that.
But that's okay. Where is that?
This is from the Big 80's weekend. That there is an arcade in town called 1984, and they specialize in 80's arcade games. And they threw a big 80's weekend party, and I went and I got the shirt. And then we're doing 80's, so I figured I'm gonna throw it on.
Yeah,
that's what I get.
Oh, really? It's not
I don't know if that's just my phone not being able to do anything.
Well, let's see here. I'm gonna try it on mine and see if it'll.
We're gonna try it on his.
Work here.
What are some of your notes?
John Carpenter's The Fog is a favorite of mine. Big Trouble in Little China.
Right.
They Live, which is another John Carpenter classic with Rowdy Roddy Piper.
That's a Rowdy Roddy Piper's in it?
Yeah.
No kidding, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's the other movie he's in?
Wow.
Something about Froggy Town? I don't
know.
No. Hell Comes to Frog Town.
But
I'm pretty sure that's a Rowdy Roddy Piper.
They Live is the best one. They Live is the best one. And, gosh, there's so many great movies. And you can go into Friday the 13th series.
What about Terminator? Was that the 80s? That's the 80s, right?
Yeah. I think it was 84.
We were born in the 80s?
Yes, but yes, we were.
So that's good.
Let's see here.
We're going to get into the music here in a minute.
Yes. Let me see if I can do it.
He's going to try and see if the Ustream is up.
Because for some reason it's not. It says we're live and we're recording, so that's good. But
and like I said, it says we're live here. So we have one viewer.
Okay. Let's see here.
If anybody is out there in Ustream land, we are not broadcasting from our secret subterranean location. Today we are in the basement. It's still a subterranean location, but it's not undisclosed. It's the basement of the Gillioz. If you're here working with the Mystery Hour, come on by. We're in the second dressing room, not the one that we're normally in, the one that nobody's ever in. We're in there. Come on by. Be on the show. You are more than welcome to. We've got there's a monitor over here to our left, and we've got the feed from the stage for the Mystery Hour, so we'll know when the sound checks are over, different stuff like that.
Yes. Here we go.
So the show's live there from Springfield, Missouri.
10 minutes ago, it says live there, 0 views. Let's see here.
Don't tell them 0 views.
Well,
again.
Well, it's not 0 views at the moment. It's showing that, but we've had people popping up over here, so it's just something on the internet.
Don't forget Dave and Jason versus at gmail.com.
Yes.
You can send us any email you want. I'm going to check it again here. We've been on the air for a little while now, and I'm going to see if anybody has emailed us at Dave and Jason versus at gmail.com. Versus spelled VS.
Yes. Not like they did with Batman versus Superman and put a V.
Just plain V. No, we have a VS because we're normal.
Let's see here if it's going to do its thing.
Oh, I mean, that's pretty good sign right there.
Yeah, it shows us.
Popping up over here, so there we go. We're live. We're broadcasting, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. We can get back into this. So Ustream's giving a commercial for
Sight and Sound Theaters,
so we can talk about them
in Branson.
So they also have one in like Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I think it's
true.
Lancaster.
That's where they started.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see here.
So that's cool.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to see if it'll.
What are they doing right now, Jonah?
Yes, they are.
There we go.
Yeah, it shows us on.
Good.
I think the internet's just kind of slow down here, so it shows us. All right, we're cool.
Good.
Excellent.
So good. So back to the notes, and then we'll get into our taste test a little bit later.
Yes.
If you are fans, if you're warriors, just like we are, versus the world, sometimes you gotta be a battler. You gotta be a brawler. You gotta be a warrior.
Word.
So for all the little warriors out there that love Dave and Jason versus,
Preach it.
hashtag warriors, hashtag we're trying.
I love it. That's great.
Okay.
It's the greatest hashtag ever.
That's the greatest hashtag ever. Hashtag
we're trying.
All
right. Okay.
I was gonna say,
Yes.
if you're fans, then you know last week we talked about what the taste test was. We only had one. We've upped it this week. It'll be a lot more entertaining.
Yes,
so
it will.
Get your friends.
And
if anybody again wants to come on down, we've got plenty to share.
Yes. And let's go through the notes here. I mean, these are just a few of the movies. I mean, there's so many movies you could go through. Nightmare. I mean, it's getting to Halloween season, so I'm talking about scary movies.
You're doing all the scary movies.
Starman.
Starman was good.
The Last Starfighter.
Last Starfighter was good.
That was a good one.
Let's try and come up with the top 5 quintessential 80s movies that when you think of these movies, it's like automatically 80s. I've got one right off the bat. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes, my dad loves that film.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off has got to be like the most I'm gonna throw another one out there at you.
Oh,
Breakfast Club.
Throw it.
Breakfast Club.
Oh, totally.
Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off are two of, and I think that they take place in the same town because they're both John Hughes movies.
Yeah, there is that theory that everything takes place
in Shermer, Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's Big Trouble in Little China.
That is a good one. Absolutely, I think that's top 5.
I love Big Trouble in Little China. That movie is like quintessential, like 80s, like fun movies.
Absolutely.
Let's see here if we have anybody. Nope. All right. I was just checking to make sure we were still going. All right. Well, what else? How many is that?
That's 3.
3. Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
The trilogy fits into one.
The trilogy, that's one, absolutely.
Then
number 5.
5. Man, that is pretty. Number 5. What should that be? Because there's so many good movies in the 80s.
It's got to be something like, 16 Candles.
John Hughes.
What's the other girly movie in that genre?
No, Rocky 4 came out in the 90s.
Rocky, though, was pretty good.
Well, that was 70s, though. It was 78, yeah. Right. Let's see here. What about... let's choose a... I mean, of course, there's the Friday the 13th series that this is 80s, and I hear somebody singing next door. Did you hear that?
I think they're upstairs.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, see, we've got the video feed.
Oh, right on.
Live video feed, what's going on up on the stage here at the Gillioz before the mystery hour starts.
We're I'll show you that real quick.
Perfect. T-minus 2.5 hours until, well, it's almost 5 now, so.
And,
T-minus 2 hours.
Speaking of 80s, that looks like it's totally from the 80s.
That's a keytar.
No, not the keytar. I'm just talking about
the monitor.
The monitor itself.
Yeah, definitely.
From the 80s. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, let's go into some... or did we get 5? I don't think we did.
We didn't get the 5th one.
Let's do the 5th one. I think Rambo came out in the 80s, didn't it?
With First Blood.
First Blood, was that in the 80s? I think it was.
That works for me.
Let's see. We can figure that out real quick.
Dazed and Confused, that was the 90s.
That was 90s, yes. As you can hear in the background.
Remember UHF?
Yes.
The Weird Al's movie?
Yes.
Yeah. That is, that is like the absurd section of the 80s, if you ask me.
Yes.
That is
Weird Al.
Crazy part.
Yeah, First Blood was 82.
First Blood was 82.
So, we'll call that 6.
That's 6. Great. And top 6?
Top 7, Empire Strikes Back. There we go. I'll just keep on adding.
You just got to squeeze it in.
Just got to squeeze it in. All right. So let's talk about music, because the music of the 80s was quite interesting, because you had that period where people were the transition from disco and all that to
big hair
men's,
heavy rock, classic rock.
Yeah.
Ballads.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
All that, like Bon Jovi's first one that comes to mind.
Bon Jovi.
For me, Bon Jovi's first one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
They're not my favorite band in the entire world.
Yeah.
Of all time. But when you talk 80s, you've got Bon Jovi, you got Queen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They didn't necessarily start in the 80s, but...
Yeah, they were there. Looks like Aerosmith was in the 80s, but they started...
Exactly, Aerosmith's another one.
Poison. My wife loves that band.
Does she really?
Yeah, she does. People are shocked by that. You like Poison?
I'm shocked by that.
Yeah. Yeah, she loves Poison. I love that. I like listening to them, too. Let's see else. What else I have here? I had some bands here. There are Madonna.
Madonna. She
Like a
was
Virgin,
like a virgin.
You can't do it. Can't talk about the 80s without Madonna
You
being
can't.
mentioned.
Or the 90s or the
that.
2000s. Madonna's pretty.
Well, she
pretty,
started
right.
in the 80s, and she
no
was
doubt.
doing...
She definitely belongs on the 80s show.
Yes.
And we won't talk about her again. But we're going to give her time right now.
There we go. So
90s, 2000s,
Yep.
80s, of course.
Yes. What was that one song that she did that was controversial? Which I guess that's a broad question because most were on a prayer. Living like it was it.
Living on a Prayer is Bon Jovi.
That's Bon Jovi. She did
Papa
one.
Don't Preach.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that baby.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it was all about, you know, that dad was going to give that money for that.
Yeah. The music video was crazy though. It didn't have the burning crosses in the background.
I don't think I've ever seen the music video.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Music videos.
Yes.
Perfect segue into let's talk about music videos.
Yes.
Craziest of all time. So I've seen there are lists, if you will, on this thing called the internet that we are on right now, trapped in. If you can, what am I doing here? Yeah, there it is. Get some traffic there. Okay, there are lists.
Yes.
And it like almost like a checklist of all the things you need in your 80s music video to be the weirdest, most genuine, like crazy 80s video. Food fights. Like football players. Kids. Freaks. You know, did I say food fights?
Yes, you did.
Food fights.
You did.
One video takes the cake for all of them. It gets to check off almost every box. It's the music video for Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler. That is the weirdest music video of all time.
Oh, well, no. Weirdest music video of all time? No. Weirdest music video of all time from the 80s has to be We Can Dance If We Want To.
The Safety Dance?
Safety Dance, yes.
Safety Dance by Men in Hats.
Yes, because that video was
Sir?
the weirdest thing ever.
I agree with you on that. Have you seen the music video for Bonnie Tyler's?
It's been a while. I will look it up.
Heart.
I will look it up.
I will go toe to toe with Safety Dance any day of the week.
With midgets,
with
medieval midgets,
medieval midgets
dancing around.
Even though, okay.
Yeah.
Time out. Midgets is a very harsh term.
Sorry.
Let's take that back. We're sorry.
Well, that was an 80s term.
That is an 80s term. Exactly, it was. We're versus the 80s, and that is something we're going to verse right now. We're going to put that one to bed.
Yes.
You know, little people.
Little people. I think it works.
I
apologize.
That's not your fault. I said it too.
Yeah. Well, it's just,
They get offended by that term.
Yeah,
and I hate to say the term
they,
because that makes it sound even worse, but...
I don't blame them. So
me neither. Anyway, me too. From Dave and Jason versus to, the little people community, we love you. You're great. Come see the show. Anybody's welcome.
Yes.
Okay, so little people, European medieval little people running around, right?
With streamers.
And everything. Weird.
Yeah, my face the whole time I watched the video was like,
not as weird as men in grassy thongs looking like Lord of the Flies up in here.
Okay, I haven't seen this video, then I need to see it. You might be
right. Winged freaks all over the place.
Yeah.
Kids flying, bright eyes. There's a whole undertone. It is. Let us know what you think. DaveandJasonVersus@gmail.com. This is the first time we've ever, not necessarily disagreed, but had different opinions.
We'll do it. You know what? Next episode we should just do I'll watch the video and then we'll just have a final discussion.
We'll have a point counterpoint on Total Eclipse of the Heart versus.
There was also Michael Jackson.
Absolutely.
That's when he started getting big in the 80s.
That was exactly
he moonwalked for the first time in the 80s, if I recall.
Yeah. He moonwalked.
And
it was the most amazing thing ever.
Yes, because nobody saw. They were just like, I saw the video when he first did it, and people were just like, "What's he doing?
How is he gliding?"
Yeah, exactly. And then there's the band Heart. There's them. Let's see here. Oh. 2 songs I wrote down because I always find them fascinating. Is one of them, Addicted to Love.
Robert Palmer?
Yeah.
Addicted to Love?
Yeah. It's just it's like a quintessential 80s sound to me whenever you think 80s music.
And that music video.
Oh, yeah.
Is very, very 80s music video.
Yes.
The makeup styles that they put in the music video very 80s. So kids, if you're young, younger than we are, and you want to experience good 80s stuff, Albert Palmer, Addicted to Love. That's pretty on the nose. Prince.
Oh, we can't forget Prince.
Movies are good. Movies are great.
The
The 80s had, I think, the best music out there. The 80s music is what the 80s will be remembered for generations.
Oh, yeah,
There have
totally.
been great movies.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt about that. I think movies, though, are becoming a lot better nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Than they were back then. Nothing against 80s movies. They're all great.
Yeah.
But just cinema in itself is becoming even better now.
Mm-hmm.
But music,
yes,
it was just revolutionary.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Totally.
Prince,
yes. And Sledgehammer.
Not forgotten. Which one's Sledgehammer?
Yeah. You remember that one?
Sing it.
Sing it.
Sing it right now.
It was like, oh gosh, I can't even, got me on the spot. It's the part where like the chorus is like I wanna be your sledgehammer, and it has like that dun, 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 dun.
I don't know if I know this song.
You don't know this song? We have to. Oh,
how could I? And now here's what I'm thinking.
That or I just totally butchered it. And
yes.
You probably did.
Yes. that was my first thought.
Yeah, because I don't sing.
That's okay.
Anyway, well, we can't listen to it on here. But, okay, something that I wanted to do was Forgotten Foods of the 80s.
That's right. You actually prepared a bit of a segment.
Although our Ustream producer thing is not, so we can't show them, but we can talk about them.
You had things set up.
I did, and for some reason, the producer pro's not working.
Next time,
we'll have pictures.
We'll the intro for next week, okay?
Be a recap.
It'll be a recap of this episode. We'll take about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Only so we can show the clips
and
the pictures that he's taken so much.
Oh, it didn't take.
Time
It's
to
all
make.
good. Well,
it was.
Well, you and I can talk about this here.
Bazooka candy.
Bazooka candy.
gum.
Yes, because I remember having that, and whenever I was like looking for things that aren't around anymore from the 80s food-wise, I was like, I didn't even realize it was gone. So either that's a good thing or a bad thing.
When did it go away?
When it went away? No, I didn't see it. It's
gone. Is that Bazooka Joe candy?
Yes.
Or is that the one that has like the little jokes with it?
No, it's not the joke candy. It was just the ones in the.
Okay.
Then there was this stuff. It was called Topps Cards apparently released this. It was before. It was like early '83, so prior to us. But
never seen that.
Yeah, it's orange juice bubblegum candy.
Ooh, it sounds good.
And it's in like a little orange juice.
Yeah, it looks like an orange juice cup.
Yeah,
You'll see this next week, folks.
Yeah, and it's you should look it up. It looks. I want to try it actually.
Yeah.
Of course, these aren't around anymore. They started the
Jello pudding pops.
Yes, but you can make those yourself.
Wow.
All you do is you get the Jello pudding, put your spoon in it, and freeze it.
Done.
That's all you do.
Is that it?
Yep. Wow, well, and then of course I found this one. I remember eating these. The Hostess
turtle pie.
Yeah, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pies.
Filled with vanilla pudding power.
Yes.
Filled with vanilla pudding power.
Yes.
Leonardo is on the front of it with a one of the turtle pies in his hand, and it looks like if you eat this pie, you too can be a teenage mutant ninja turtle.
Yes.
There's also free inside Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze. Timeout. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze. I still have it on VHS.
Yes.
I still.
Here we go. I'll pull it up on my phone.
Okay, he's gonna pull it up on his phone. This is the most 80s thing ever. You can't talk about the 80s without talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know how we did that.
Well, it was bound to come up.
Well, it was. It's true. Let's see if
having a big resurgence. Two big movies right now.
Yes.
Do we know how long we've been going? Have we been keeping track?
23 minutes.
Oh, nice. Okay, great. I can't tell you how many action figures I have had of the Turtles.
Oh, yes.
I had the blimp back in the day. I had the van.
Oh, I had the van. The van was cool. I had that.
Mm-hmm. The blimp was cool. Remember how it would detach? The blimp would actually detach.
Yes.
And it would the thing would fly. It did that. It was like a big inflatable beach ball for the blimp part. There it is.
The Hostess Turtles.
Packed with pudding power. What does it say?
It says
packed with vanilla pudding power.
Yes.
Packed with vanilla pudding power.
Although I think Leonardo looks a little odd.
Get yours today.
So, yeah, there's that. And then it was the top. Someone look up the orange juice thing. You have to see this.
Yeah, show them the picture of that. I'm going to make sure.
Pull up the images here. Let's see here. No sound check.
We're going with a sound check for one band. I don't know how many bands are on the
two. Actually, has 2 bands done, so they probably have one more, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see here. Wow, come on, internet.
We're in the basement of the Gillioz Theatre, and we've got great Wi-Fi at our undisclosed subterranean location. But here, not so much.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
That's right. It's our first time doing it. We'll figure it out. That's right. So good. Here it is.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, there's a bunch of different ones.
Oh yeah, they had like bubblegum. Yeah, it was like pink lemonade.
Grape juice. Check this out, folks.
I had all this on the other thing, but it wasn't working. So
your face, really.
I'm like trying to see. So you got grape, apple, pink lemonade, and the orange juice flavor, that's the one that intrigues me, is orange juice flavor. Because it means there's orange, obviously.
Right.
But orange juice.
I'm a fan of orange juice. I do love my orange juice.
Oh, yes, me too. But it's just intriguing that that's a flavor.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Let's see here. What else do we got? We've got, let's see here. What are some extra, let's talk about toys, too. Oh, yeah. You know, I had the Ghostbusters Proton Pack.
Did you?
The real Ghostbuster,
yeah.
You know, and it had like the little foam noodle on the end
right.
to spin and everything like that.
I did not have that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I had turtle stuff. Like I said, I had the blimp, I had the van, I had all the action figures, like Native American Donnie, which was just Indian Donnie, which was like in '95.
Those are the weirdest line of toys.
They had like.
I've got one at home. It's Sailor Mike.
Yeah.
Angelo. Yeah.
Sailor Mikey. There was they had like post-apocalyptic ones where it was like, oh, we're cool, punky, skateboarder guys, but it was like clearly they were going for a Mad Max feel to capture the because as I grow up, I realized that kids aren't the only ones buying these. I work at a rather large toy chain, and a lot of the clientele are not children. So for the older stuff, Transformers, older Power Ranger stuff, this guy, big time into the Power Ranger stuff.
We can't talk about the 80s without mentioning Batman.
Michael Keaton.
Yes.
Jack Nicholson, 1989.
Stop the press. Who is that?
Yes, exactly. This town needs an enema. You want to talk about not being a kid and not knowing what something meant and just saying it, and getting a smidgen in trouble because an enema is bad news bears.
Yeah.
And he said it. So Michael Keaton is Mr. Mom. Yeah. He was also Mr. Mom. Gung Ho. The Dream Team, which I think Dream Team came out after Batman, so we can't really count that. But he was primarily a comedy actor.
Yes.
Nobody thought he would be good for the role. Sound familiar, Mr. Affleck?
And then somebody came along named Tim Burton.
Then Tim Burton came along, a la Zack Snyder.
And he also did Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
He did.
Yes. That's actually what got him the job for Batman, which is funny. Really? Yeah, that was one of his first big theatrical movies.
Was Pee-wee's Big Adventure? He also did Edward Scissorhands.
Yes, he did. I think Edward Scissorhands was in the early '90s, though.
That's fine. Yeah, but
I'm just like.
Did Michael Bay do anything in the '80s? I'm a huge Michael Bay fan, and I know everybody hates the guy, but you know what? I like him. He gets my dollar. He gets everybody else's money too.
I don't think he did anything in the '80s. I think in the '90s is when he really came into surgence. Let's just look.
We're gonna have him on the show someday.
Let's see here. Michael Bay.
We should have left that door open.
That's okay. You getting hot?
No. Oh. Just so people knew we were in here, they could come in.
Yeah. Let's see here if it'll pull up. Michael Bay. I think he. Come on, spinny wheel. All right. Let's see here.
The basement has got some crummy Wi-Fi.
Let's see. All filmography.
All filmography.
Let's do.
He's a director.
1990, he started doing. His first thing he did was in 1990, and it was a Playboy thing.
Well, you gotta start something. you gotta.
And then he did a lot of music videos up until that point. His first big movie was Bad Boys in '95.
Oh, and then The Rock, and then Armageddon.
Yeah.
Love those movies.
Let's see what he
love them.
Produced first. Okay, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't do much in the '80s. It was in the '90s.
Which is fine. Okay, so we're not doing that. We'll
do that. We'll talk about him when we first the '90s.
We could do a Dave and Jason versus Michael Bay.
Ooh, that'll be a very big point counterpoint episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you probably don't like him very much, do you?
I like some of his films. There's some of his films I do enjoy.
Because you are a fairly, and people don't really know this if they're not familiar with you, if they're just coming on the show. You produce and direct a lot of films, web series. I don't. I just watch them. So as a viewer,
but you were just in one.
I was one that you, but I'm not on that side of the camera.
That's true.
Just show up.
That's true.
Do the thing and leave.
That's true.
So I don't really notice these things, the details, the little details that somebody like yourself would be like, it kills me to see that.
My biggest thing, before we go back to the '80s with Michael Bay, is there's not enough focus on some of the story and in his more recent stuff. His early stuff, the stories were a lot better, I felt like. But I've also told people who got mad about the TMNT one that he produced that they were making. I enjoyed that, but I tell people too. I'm like, you know what? If he would have called me and said, "Hey, I want you to direct this," I wouldn't tell the man no.
Well, of course you would. It's Michael Bay.
Yeah. So he puts he you know what? From a producer standpoint, he gets people in the seats, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
So anyway,
back to the '80s. With Dave and Jason.
Yes. Versus.
There
we go. Let's see here. I was prepping by watching things like I Love the '80s.
Yes.
Which somebody uploaded the entire series on YouTube.
Did they really?
Yeah.
See, that's a good one. VH1 nailed it.
Yes.
VH1 sent us free stuff, please. Thank you.
Hal Sparks was the best part of that.
Yeah, Hal Sparks was also the host of The Soup. We're getting way off the '80s.
I know.
Every once in a while,
okay.
We're trying to with I Love the
'80s. Okay, we can circle back. Let's circle back to the '80s here.
Yes.
Let's think here. So we had Ghostbusters. We had toys. I had the Ecto-1 toy. I had that as well, and
I had the Ecto-1 from Extreme Ghostbusters, the '90s. Updated, more hip version.
Which was actually a continuation.
Yeah, it was a continuation. It was absolutely a continuation.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis wanted that to make sure that happened.
And it was, Egon's in it.
But it's not even available on DVD.
It's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu?
I watched it the other day.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah. Hulu, give us free subscriptions. Thank you.
But the thing about the real Ghostbusters cartoon, I was watching it recently. Some of those episodes they were kind of creepy.
They're ghosts, man.
I know. They were good.
I listened to the theme song today.
Did you?
The Ghostbusters theme song by Ray Parker Jr. I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have two concerns.
Let's hear them.
I've been listening to that song a little bit.
Yes.
Getting ready because I knew this was going to come up,
mm-hmm.
and I have like 12 songs on my iPhone.
Yes.
That's one of them. So
we have somebody knocking. Is there somebody knocking on us?
I don't think so.
I think it was next door, maybe.
Hello.
That was crazy.
Emmy Gillioz, the ghost.
Gillioz. Yes.
Okay. At one point he says, "I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Yes.
I hear they like the girls." I'm pretty sure that's what he says. Like there's a part where he's I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Bum bum bum. I hear they like the girls. Dun 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 dun. And then Bustin' makes me feel good. I swear these are the lyrics.
Okay, here's the lyrics.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I hear it likes the girls.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
So he ain't afraid of no ghosts because he likes the girls as well. The ghost likes the girls. What's the problem? And then does it say Bustin' makes me feel good?
Yes.
I'm imagining that is probably in reference to ghost busting.
Yes.
But in the 80s, it was a free-for-all. It was a free-for-all.
Yes, it was. Gosh, and then of course Ghostbusters 2, when it came out, there's a lot of people who didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, because that was like they were gonna do a third Ghostbusters, which ended up becoming the video game they just did a few years ago.
They did do a video game. That's right.
But it was based on the original script, which the third one was gonna be called
one.
Ghostbusters Go to Hell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did in the game, and the game was quite creepy actually. And the third one, they said it was too dark. Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis's script was just too dark.
Oh, wow.
And but it became the video game that came out a few years ago.
Yeah, it came out.
And it had all that they all did a voice for. But it was good. Okay. Oh, what is it? Oh snap! It's time.
I don't want to show. I don't want to give too much product placement. Ladies and gentlemen, it has now come to the part of the show where each of us, because in the 80s,
yes,
we were young.
Yes, and we have to be clear though, because some people's gonna call us on it. These didn't appear in the U.S. until the 90s.
Right.
But they were around in the 80s.
That's right. Because they came out in late 70s.
Oh, man, you gave me... Are you getting the same
Well,
one?
no, I'm just getting them out. There's a lot of different flavors.
Like cherry, blue raspberry. Okay, I think we should definitely do apple and lemon.
Okay, so you do apple and lemon. I'm going to do black cherry and watermelon.
I'll do blue raspberry.
And then, is there another third one? I'll do lemon as well, so that it's fair.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Because lemon, I can imagine, is probably... We have more. If anybody wants one, we're down here, basement of the Gillioz. You should come check us out.
Yes, and we might go live on our Facebook here later.
Yeah. We're going to have an after show.
Mm-hmm. Indeed we are.
Why not?
Yes. Okay. All right.
We have to do all three at the same time.
Oh, wow. Look at that. That looks...
Are they melted? Oh, no, that is it, dude. You've got... Look at that. See? Okay. So last week, as you know... Mine was melted. I found a 10-year-old one while I was helping my girlfriend move into the dorms. So it did not hold up to the test of time, which is fine. This one is perfect. This one's fresh. Look at you see the coat. You see like the powdery substance around this, kids. That's straight sour. Yeah. That's straight evil, and it is the only thing standing between you and the sweetest candy of all time.
So. I haven't had one of these since probably the 90s.
Yeah. So
it's going to be interesting. And you know that as soon as we do... Oh, no. As soon as we do this, somebody is going to walk in, and we're not going to be able to talk. Like that. Yep, there they are.
Hey, no, come on in.
Hey, sorry.
What are you guys doing?
We're showing Kaylee and her backup singers their musical green room.
Yeah, no, this is your guys' musical green room. We're almost done with it. We're just filming our podcast.
We'll be out in 1 second.
Sweet.
So you guys can hang out if you want.
We'll be out in 1 second.
Well, they're guests now on your podcast.
That's right.
Perfect.
Yeah, sounds good. So are you.
Smith, he's our MC.
Hello. Hi. Nice
Jason
to meet you guys.
Brazier, many talents.
That's right.
Nice to meet you.
We're about to pop 3 warheads.
For the end of the show.
My goodness. Yes.
This is the end of the show here, so.
Yes.
I don't know if I can stand.
Kelly, you don't have to stay. You can go. You can leave them with us. It's fine.
I don't think that's wise.
Well, that's fine too. You do whatever you feel led of.
Good luck.
Oh, thanks.
Here, we'll.
Oh boy, here he goes.
Yeah, go back to whatever you were doing.
That was fun.
That was nice.
I told
that was
you.
fun. You did say as soon
as we do this, they're gonna come in.
They were gonna come in.
Yeah.
It's looming over my head. 3 warheads.
Yes.
I've never done 3 warheads.
I haven't either. I'm kind of scared, but we're gonna do it. We count down to 1.
Yeah, count down to whatever you want.
So I'll show I had 3 as well.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Mmm.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I can't do it. It's so nasty.
Oh. No, what? Don't do that! Don't you dare! No, stick out! Oh. I feel.
Okay.
I feel the end in sight.
I miss you. Okay, let's get there.
Mm.
Oh, so nasty.
That was rough.
Oh my god. I gotta spit them out.
Wow.
Oh, too
Wow.
much. Oh.
Oh. Oh. I'm still going.
You're still going? Power to you.
I'm still going. Oh!
People were like, what the heck's going on? But all right. As Dave goes through this, we need to decide what we're going to talk about next week. Obviously, we'll have a recap of the 80s next week. We'll have better Wi-Fi. So, there he goes.
We got to get rid of the lemon one.
Yeah.
That lemon one.
Oh, my tongue.
Bad news.
My tongue. Ooh. All right.
Are these gluten free? I don't. Are these non-GMO? I don't know.
We check afterwards.
Now we're done.
There's a warning label. Don't pop 3.
Don't pop 3.
My tongue is like almost numb right now. So what are we gonna talk about next week? We need to pick.
Yeah,
We did Futurama. We did the 80s. What's that we do next? Should we just pick? Do we want to dissect some like one little thing? Do we want to verse TV shows? Do we want to verse
a specific TV show?
maybe
A specific genre?
genre? Let's do.
Is it too early to do Power Rangers?
It's never too early to do Power Rangers. Maybe do Power Rangers. Do Power
Is
Rangers.
it possible to Skype people in?
If we had everything with if it works correctly, it should be. We can test it before then.
We know people.
Yeah, I can see it all if they're available. I'll see. I don't know. Can't make promises, but we'll see.
So yeah, I think either that or like wrestling. We've got a whole WWE show we could do.
Yes.
It's
Why don't? Okay. How about
a possibility.
we do Power Rangers this round?
Okay.
And the very next one we hit wrestling.
We hit
So
wrestling.
we have 2 episodes planned.
Right. And then we should do a Dave and Jason versus Mystery Hour.
Ooh, we should.
Next month for the Mystery Hour, we should just see if we can do it all from the phone, so we can be maybe more mobile.
Yeah. Well, in fact, I
and
think we
just
can
go all around.
You know, we can call them Mystery Hour specials.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we can go live from our website,
Our Facebook.
Facebook page
Right,
there, and
rather
do
than-
that. So
rather
we
than-
might do that. Okay,
Cool.
so you want to do Power Rangers next time?
Power Rangers next time, folks.
And then wrestling, professional
Yeah.
wrestling after
Professional wrestling, sports entertainment,
Whatever
whatever
you
you want
wanna
to
call
call it. Jinx. You owe me a Coke.
that. All right.
Remember how it was you couldn't talk until they said your name 3 times. That was another like
Yeah,
rule
it was.
in different regions. You know.
That's true. That's true. All right. So Power Rangers next time.
Dave and Jason versus at gmail.com. You can send us ideas for podcasts.
Yes.
If you have, if
And
there's a lot of overwhelming,
Yes. And we will be doing holiday specials.
Dave and Jason versus Christmas. Dave and
Yes.
Jason versus Halloween. Dave and
The
Jason
Halloween
versus
one, I
Thanksgiving.
got some cool ideas for, so that'll be fun. So we'll figure that out. And,
Good. It'll be Power Rangers and then
wrestling,
and then
we'll-
Halloween probably. No, that's not until October.
Yeah, so we got a few weeks before we can do
I'm
that.
way ahead of time right
That's
now.
all good. It's all good. We'll figure it out. We got the next 2 ones planned. So next week, Power Rangers. We'll probably broadcast from the undisclosed location.
Right. And this goes to training location. Mystery Hour tonight. If
Yes.
you guys are watching this live or even close to live.
Yes.
Tonight at like 7:15, 7:30, we'll be starting the show.
Yes. And
doors open at 6:45.
I'm excited because there are 2 films that came out in the early 90s that had our guest from Mystery Hour, Aaron Schwartz, will be here.
Aaron Schwartz.
I met him earlier. He's a very nice guy. And I also looked up, too, that he actually plays the younger version of Kurt Russell in the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Yes, he is. So
This
he's
guy.
doing. So, and thank you, IMDb. But, yeah, so that would come out. Enjoy. It's going to be a good time. He was in Mighty Ducks, and he was in Heavyweights.
Heavyweights.
Yes, so 2 very essential 90s kid movies.
Definitely.
So-
Definitely essential 90s movies. We're gonna have to do a 90s
Oh, we will.
because that's when we
It
were
will.
really
That's when we were.
influential.
That's when. That's when we were around.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's when we were finally realizing, like, TV shows are cool. We can pick which ones we want. We don't have to listen to what our parents say about things that we are interested in. You have to listen to your parents about certain things, but...
Yes. So, until next time, this is Dave, and I'm Jason. And we're going to sign off and get to work on the Mystery Hour. Adios. Or we should end it with Morphin Time, because next time is Morphin Time.
It's Morphin Time! Oh, do we do it at the same time?
It's all good.
Oh, okay.
I think that was perfect. I think that was beautiful.
All right, good. Until then, the power is yours. Oh, no, that was Captain Planet.
Well, yes, but Zordon